Perhaps you've reached a point in life where you feel like you've earned a bit of a slowdown. Maybe you find yourself settling into comfortable routines, enjoying the quiet moments, and thinking, I've made it this far. What could a few simple things really change? It's a lovely thought. And there's immense value in appreciating this time. But what if some of those seemingly harmless, comfortable habits you've fallen into are actually working against you, silently chipping away at the very vitality you want to preserve? It's a difficult reality to face, that the things we don't even notice, the easy choices we make day after day, could be quietly shortening the time we have left to enjoy all that we've worked for. It's not about drastic change or giving up everything you love. It's about understanding these subtle influences, these hidden drains on your energy and longevity, so you can make informed choices. In this video, we're going to uncover 7 of these quiet habits that many people over 70 fall into without even realizing the impact they're having. We'll talk about what they are and, more importantly, simple, gentle ways you can shift them. Stick with me until the end, because one of the points might genuinely surprise you and challenge how you see your daily life. So, let's dive right into the first of these quiet habits that can unknowingly impact our lifespan after 70. It's something that feels natural, even earned, after decades of hard work and activity spending excessive amounts of time sitting. Now, I know what you might be thinking, but I'm older. I need my rest. And absolutely, rest is essential. The issue isn't resting. It's the prolonged, uninterrupted sitting that many of us find ourselves doing for hours on end. Think about it. Breakfast while seated. Maybe reading the paper or a book for an hour or two. Then watching television. Perhaps doing a puzzle or crafting activity. Often all from a seated position. Before you know it, a large chunk of the day has gone by, and you've spent most of it without significant movement. Science has shown us that prolonged sitting isn't just about weight gain or a stiff back. It has deeper, more systemic effects on our health. When we sit for long periods, our metabolism slows down. Our bodies become less efficient at regulating blood sugar, processing fats, and even maintaining healthy blood pressure. Muscles, particularly in our legs and core, start to weaken and lose mass, which is crucial for balance and preventing falls. Our circulation can become sluggish, increasing the risk of blood clots. It's a cascading effect. Less movement leads to weaker muscles. Weaker muscles make movement feel harder, which leads to even less movement. And so the cycle continues. Breaking this habit doesn't mean you need to start running marathons or hitting the gym for hours each day. It's about incorporating small, consistent bursts of activity throughout your day. Think about setting a timer for every 30 minutes or hour you're seated. When the timer goes off, stand up. Just standing for a minute or two makes a difference. Walk to the kitchen for a glass of water. Walk to the mailbox. Walk around the living room during commercial breaks. If you're on the phone, try walking while you talk. If you're reading, get up and stretch or walk a lap around your home before settling back down. Another simple strategy is to find opportunities to stand or move while doing things you already do. Can you stand while folding laundry? Can you do some gentle stretches or leg lifts while watching TV? Could you swap sitting with a friend for a short walk together instead? Even transferring tasks that you normally do sitting down to a standing position at a counter or table can help. The key is to interrupt those long stretches of inactivity. It's not about being constantly on the go, but about avoiding being constantly still. Consider this: each time you stand up and move, you're activating muscles, boosting circulation, and giving your metabolism a little nudge. These small, frequent movements add up over the course of a day and can have a significant impact on your overall health and vitality. It helps maintain muscle mass, improves balance, keeps your joints more mobile, and supports a healthier cardiovascular system. It's a quiet habit, prolonged sitting, but addressing it can make a loud difference in how you feel and function day to day. Now, Let's think about another subtle habit that many older adults might overlook, and it relates very closely to overall bodily function: not drinking enough water, or poor hydration. As we age, our sense of thirst can actually diminish. We might not feel the urge to drink as strongly as we used to, even when our bodies are becoming dehydrated. Add to this the fact that some medications can affect hydration levels, or there might be concerns about needing to use the bathroom frequently if you drink a lot. It becomes easy to simply not consume enough fluids throughout the day. Dehydration, even mild dehydration, can manifest in ways you might not immediately link to not drinking enough water. It can cause fatigue, dizziness, headaches, and confusion. It can lead to dry skin and contribute to constipation. Over time, chronic low-level dehydration can strain your kidneys and affect the concentration of electrolytes in your body, which are vital for nerve and muscle function. It can even impact cognitive function, making it harder to focus and think clearly, just like with sitting. The solution here isn't about drastic change, but consistent, gentle habits. Aim to sip water regularly throughout the day, rather than trying to drink a large amount all at once. Keep a water bottle or a glass of water easily accessible wherever you spend time. By your favorite chair, on your bedside table, on the kitchen counter. Make drinking a glass of water a routine part of certain activities, like taking your medication, after using the bathroom, or before and after meals. Water is the best choice, but other fluids count too, like herbal teas or diluted juice. However, be mindful of sugary drinks, as they can have other negative health impacts, and too much caffeine can be dehydrating for some people. Eating foods with high water content, like fruits and vegetables, also contributes to your overall hydration. Watermelon, cucumbers, oranges, strawberries, and celery are all excellent choices. If you're worried about frequent trips to the bathroom, try spacing out your fluid intake evenly throughout the day, and perhaps reducing fluid intake in the couple of hours before bedtime. Talk to your doctor if this is a major concern, especially if you have underlying health conditions or are on medications that affect fluid balance. Making conscious efforts to stay well hydrated supports virtually every bodily function. It helps your digestion run smoothly, keeps your skin healthier, aids in temperature regulation, and helps transport nutrients and oxygen to your cells. It's such a fundamental need. And neglecting it, even slightly over time, is a quiet way that the body can be unnecessarily stressed. Ensuring you're drinking enough is a simple act of self-care that pays significant dividends in how you feel and function. Finally, for this section, let's touch upon a habit that many over 70 might inadvertently drop. Believing it's no longer necessary or perhaps even risky, neglecting strength and balance training. While we might accept that some decline in physical capability is natural with age, we often don't realize how quickly muscle mass and bone density can decrease if not actively maintained, and how crucial balance becomes for independence and preventing falls. Strength training isn't about bodybuilding. It's about maintaining the functional strength needed for everyday tasks. Lifting groceries, getting up from a chair, climbing stairs, opening jars. When muscles weaken, these tasks become harder, increasing dependence and the risk of injury. Similarly, balance deteriorates if it's not challenged and practiced. Poor balance is a primary reason for falls, which can have severe consequences for older adults, leading to fractures, hospital stays, and a significant loss of independence. The habit here is the lack of incorporating activities that specifically target strength and balance. It's easy to stick to gentle walking, which is wonderful for cardiovascular health, but doesn't adequately challenge muscles or balance in the same way. But how do you start incorporating this safely? Again, it's about gentle, consistent effort. You don't need weights or a gym initially. Bodyweight exercises like sit-to-stands, simply practicing standing up from a chair without using your hands. Wall push-ups or calf raises can be great starting points. Resistance bands are also an excellent, low-impact way to build strength. For balance, simple exercises like standing on one foot, holding onto a sturdy chair or counter, walking heel to toe, or doing simple weight shifts from side to side can make a difference. Tai Chi is also a fantastic practice that combines gentle movement, balance, and flexibility. It's absolutely vital to start slowly and listen to your body. If you have any health conditions or concerns, consult with your doctor before starting any new exercise program. A physical therapist can also provide tailored exercises to address specific needs and ensure you're performing movements safely. Many community centers and senior programs offer classes specifically designed for older adults focusing on strength, flexibility, and balance. Committing just 2 to 3 days a week to some form of strength and balance work can significantly improve your physical function, reduce your risk of falls, maintain bone health, and boost your metabolism. It builds confidence and allows you to continue doing the things you love independently for longer. Neglecting this type of activity is a silent saboteur, but embracing even simple strength and balance exercises is a powerful way to invest in your future well-being. Now that we've looked at the importance of staying mobile, hydrated, and strong, let's turn our attention to another area that's just as crucial for a long, healthy life. Building on the physical habits we just discussed, let's consider a habit that impacts our emotional and mental well-being, which is deeply intertwined with our physical health, the quiet habit of neglecting social connection. As we get older, life circumstances often change. Friends might move away or pass on. Family might live far away. And opportunities for social interaction that were part of work or raising a family may decrease. It can become easy to spend more and more time alone. And while solitude can be peaceful and necessary at times, chronic social isolation is a quiet but significant risk factor for both physical and mental decline. Research consistently shows that loneliness and social isolation can have health consequences comparable to smoking or obesity. It's linked to an increased risk of heart disease, stroke, weakened immune function, depression, anxiety, and even cognitive decline and dementia. Humans are social creatures. We thrive on connection, belonging, and meaningful interactions with others. When those connections diminish, it takes a toll on our entire system. The habit here isn't necessarily choosing to be alone sometimes, but allowing social opportunities to dwindle without making an active effort to maintain or build new connections. It might manifest as rarely leaving the house, not reaching out to friends or family, or declining invitations to social gatherings. It feels easier in the moment, perhaps, but the long-term cost is high. Counteracting this habit requires conscious effort, but it doesn't need to be overwhelming. Think about ways you can weave social interaction back into your routine. Can you schedule regular phone calls or video chats with family and friends? Even short, frequent check-ins can make a difference. Are there local community centers, libraries, or senior organizations that offer activities or clubs that interest you? Joining a book club, a gardening group, a walking group, or a crafting circle can provide regular opportunities to connect with others who share your interests. Volunteering is another wonderful way to stay socially engaged and find purpose. Contributing your time and skills to a cause you care about not only helps others but also provides opportunities for meaningful interaction and reduces feelings of isolation. Even small, regular interactions with neighbors, like chatting over the fence or during a walk, can help build a sense of community. Don't underestimate the power of simple interactions either. Smiling and saying hello to people you encounter during your day, striking up a brief conversation with the cashier at the grocery store, or exchanging pleasantries with someone at the park. These micro-interactions contribute to a feeling of being connected to the world around you. Making a conscious effort to maintain and foster social connections nourishes your emotional health, provides support during challenging times, offers opportunities for laughter and joy, and keeps your mind engaged. It's a vital piece of the puzzle for living a full and vibrant life at any age, and especially after 70. Ignoring this need for connection is a quiet habit that truly shortens not just lifespan, but also the richness of the years lived. Moving on to the fifth habit. Let's talk about something that is literally fueling our bodies. And often not for the better, the quiet habit of relying too heavily on processed foods and sugary treats. As we age, our metabolism naturally slows down, and our nutritional needs might subtly shift. We might also find ourselves eating more convenient foods, which are often high in sugar, unhealthy fats, and sodium, and low in essential nutrients, fiber, and protein. This isn't about deprivation. It's about recognizing that what we eat profoundly impacts how our bodies function and repair themselves. A diet heavy in processed foods contributes to chronic inflammation in the body, which is linked to a host of age-related diseases, including heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and cognitive decline. Excess sugar intake can lead to energy crashes, weight gain, and exacerbate conditions like arthritis. Furthermore, if we're filling up on nutrient-poor foods, we're missing out on the vitamins, minerals, and fiber our bodies desperately need to maintain muscle mass, bone density, a healthy digestive system, and a strong immune system. The habit isn't necessarily eating a sugary treat once in a while. It's the regular, often daily pattern of choosing convenient, processed options over whole, nutrient-dense foods. It might be cereal high in sugar for breakfast, prepackaged meals for lunch, relying on sugary drinks, or habitually reaching for biscuits and cakes between meals. Making a shift towards more whole foods is one of the most powerful things you can do for your health at any age. It's about focusing on fruits, vegetables, lean proteins like fish, poultry, beans, and lentils, whole grains, and healthy fats like avocados, nuts, seeds, and olive oil. Practical steps can include keeping fresh fruit and vegetables readily available for snacks, planning meals ahead of time to reduce the reliance on last-minute, less healthy choices, learning some simple, quick recipes for healthy meals, reading food labels to be more aware of sugar, salt, and unhealthy fat content, opting for water or unsweetened tea instead of sugary drinks, gradually reducing the amount of processed snacks you keep in the house. You don't have to overhaul your entire diet overnight. Start with small changes, like adding an extra vegetable to your dinner, swapping a sugary snack for a piece of fruit, or choosing whole grain bread instead of white. These small, consistent choices add up over time and provide your body with the fuel it needs to function optimally. Maintain energy levels and protect against chronic diseases. Ignoring the importance of nutrition, even subtly favoring convenience over nourishment, is a habit that quietly impacts every cell in your body. Next, let's consider a habit that affects many of us, regardless of age, but can have a particularly insidious impact as we get older, allowing chronic stress and worry to dominate our thoughts. Life, even in retirement, can present challenges, health concerns, financial worries, changes in family dynamics, grief over loss. It's natural to experience stress and worry sometimes. The problem arises when it becomes a constant, low-level state, a background hum of anxiety that we simply live with, perhaps not even fully realizing how much it's affecting us. Chronic stress keeps our bodies in a state of heightened alert, releasing stress hormones like cortisol. Over time, elevated cortisol levels can contribute to a range of health problems, including high blood pressure, heart disease, digestive issues, sleep problems, weight gain, and a weakened immune system. It can also impair cognitive function, making it harder to concentrate and remember things, and it significantly impacts our mood, increasing the risk of depression and anxiety. The habit here is not having stress, but rather the lack of actively managing that stress and worry. Allowing it to persist unchecked, it might be constantly replaying worries in your mind, feeling overwhelmed by things you can't control, or not having outlets or strategies to release tension. Managing stress effectively is not about eliminating all stress from your life, which isn't realistic, but about developing healthy coping mechanisms and finding ways to calm your nervous system. Simple daily practices can make a big difference. Mindfulness and deep breathing exercises are powerful tools. Taking just a few minutes each day to focus on your breath can help calm your mind and body. Gentle movement, like walking, yoga, or Tai Chi, is excellent for releasing physical tension caused by stress. Engaging in hobbies and activities you enjoy provides a healthy distraction and boosts your mood. This could be gardening, painting, listening to music, or spending time in nature. Talking about your worries with a trusted friend, family member, or a counselor can also be incredibly helpful. Sometimes just voicing your concerns can make them feel less overwhelming. Setting realistic expectations for yourself and learning to say no to commitments that feel overwhelming are also important aspects of stress management. Finding healthy ways to manage stress, rather than just enduring it, is crucial for protecting your physical and mental health as you age. It's a quiet, internal habit, but its effects ripple outwards into every aspect of your well-being. By actively working to reduce chronic stress, you're not just improving your mood, you're making a significant investment in your long-term health. And finally, let's address the seventh habit. One that relates to keeping our minds sharp and engage, the quiet habit of dismissing new learning or mental challenge. After a lifetime of learning for work or raising a family, there can be a tendency to settle into familiar routines that require less mental effort. We might stick to reading familiar genres, watching predictable shows, or engaging only in activities we've mastered, while comfortable. This lack of new mental stimulation can be a missed opportunity to keep our brains resilient. Just like our muscles need exercise to stay strong, our brains benefit from being challenged in new ways. Learning new things creates new neural pathways and helps maintain cognitive function. When we stop actively engaging in challenging mental activities, our brains can become less agile and less efficient over time. The habit is the passive acceptance of a routine that doesn't require learning or problem solving. The quiet decision that I'm too old to learn that, or that mental effort is unnecessary outside of daily tasks. Counteracting this habit is about embracing novelty and curiosity. It doesn't mean going back to school unless you want to. It means finding enjoyable ways to challenge your brain. This could be learning a new language or picking up a musical instrument. It could be trying a new type of puzzle, crosswords, Sudoku, or jigsaw puzzles. Reading books on new subjects or genres can broaden your perspective and introduce new ideas. Taking a different route on your daily walk can make your brain pay attention in new ways. Learning a new craft, like knitting, coding, or painting, involves learning new skills and techniques. Even engaging in meaningful conversations that require you to think critically, or researching a topic you're curious about online, counts as challenging your brain. The key is to step outside of your mental comfort zone regularly. Maintaining a habit of continuous learning and mental engagement helps keep your brain sharp, improves memory, problem-solving skills, and overall cognitive function. It also adds richness and interest to your life, providing new perspectives and opportunities for growth. Allowing your mind to stagnate is a quiet habit that limits your potential, but embracing the joy of learning is a powerful way to enhance your life and your longevity. So, we've talked about these 7 habits that can quietly impact your life after 70 prolonged sitting: not drinking enough water, neglecting strength and balance, social isolation, relying on processed foods, allowing chronic stress, and dismissing new mental challenges. It might feel like a lot when you hear them listed out, but please don't feel overwhelmed. The most important thing to remember is that awareness is the first step. And even small changes can make a significant difference. You don't have to tackle all 7 at once. Choose 1 or 2 that resonate most with you, or that feel like the easiest place to start. Maybe it's simply committing to drinking 1 extra glass of water each day, or standing up and walking around during every commercial break, or calling a friend you haven't spoken to in a while. Consistency is far more important than intensity. A small, positive change you stick with is infinitely more valuable than a drastic overhaul you abandon after a week. Think of these not as daunting tasks, but as opportunities to invest in yourself and the quality of the years ahead. Each time you choose to move a little more, drink a little more water, reach out to someone, choose a piece of fruit over a biscuit, take a deep breath, or learn something new, you are actively contributing to your own well-being and adding vibrancy to your life. It's about making conscious choices that support your body and mind. Choices that counteract the subtle ways these habits can shorten not just the quantity, but the quality of your life. Remember, aging is a natural process, but how we age is influenced by our daily choices. You have more agency than you might think. You have the power to make small adjustments that can lead to big improvements in how you feel, your energy levels, your independence, and your overall health. Don't let these quiet habits steal your vitality without a fight. We're all on this journey together, figuring out the best ways to navigate this stage of life. What are some small changes you've already made that have made a big difference for you? Or which of these habits feels most challenging for you to address? Sharing your thoughts in the comments below can be incredibly helpful, not just for me, but for other viewers as well. We can learn so much from each other's experiences and insights. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. That tells me I'm providing content you value, and if you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel and hitting that notification bell. That way, you won't miss out on future videos aimed at helping you live your best, most vibrant life at every age. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. Keep making those positive choices. Stay curious, stay connected, and keep nurturing your well-being. Live your best life, today and every day.